28, one responding code 3 from deep in Toronto, Harvard and San Marino. 5 code 6. 28 Roger. 2853 code 6 Harvard and San Marino. Any air unit come in for ADW domestic violence? Harvard and San Marino. In Olympic.
Clean 180.
SB6 Red 5.
6FE18, code 6, Hudson, north of Hollywood, 6 X-ray Mary, Boy 712, 6SL1, code 6, 5911 Hollywood. Be sure I'm clear. 3, clean 3, 4, clean 1, Roger. No, permit 1, code 2 on 6243 or 438. On with a 30-minute ETA and a wait, clear the tundra. Verify your location, we just go to the prison station.
ADW domestic violence, San Marino Olympic.
And flower. 15-27.
Olympic and San Marino identified.
355, cancel, so then 6172, cancel by the CR.
Come up on channel 6, acknowledge.
1445, you are OT band 1244 for the Boulevard, the Tarvas, the South Hospital ambulance, overdose, Dr. 2, incident, S3048.
31 Avenue, code 2, incident 6138, already 19.
Hello, good evening.
3903 Wilshire Boulevard.
October 10th, 71 degrees, 9:15 p.m.
Go ahead.
Come on, foreman at the 76 gas station. See the PR, street officer and victim at the gas station. Suspect is a male, black clothing, 6'3", 220 pounds.
Actually, since I'm here,
5'3", already 2015.
let's change this out.
1445, honey.
Edward Lincoln, 334 the city, male Hispanic, black, 53, 139, DOB of 4490. 41, stand by.
Please Southwest unit, meet 3 USD 89, 33rd and Flower for MCC use only. 315, additional unit request. 315, 355.
James, the official officer near the homeless inside the Buffalo Public Works. The Department of Public Safety staging at the location request to be notified when it's clear. Additional incident 6225.
The 1163 Pulse 709, the 101 1977 Dodge Motorhome, Benwell G's Hospital, 1525 Amherst Avenue, apartment 309.
Request.
Elevator, 8700 Gracie Allen Drive.
7 Albany, code 6. Direct to suspect in apartment 19, search into 625 4423.
Crash, shorts.
64. So you're gonna put the ringer 113-607 on the Boulevard West Side Library. It puts you into 6228 or 853 and a 449-611 West Pico Boulevard.
Hello, Sergeant's wife. Hello, RO3. Hello, DZ. Hello, Richard. Hello, Evergreen. Oh, hello, Evergreen, and congratulations. And Gilbert, everybody. Thank you, Gilbert. Not that I need a... I don't expect this to stay. Not that I need a reason to, you know, drink, but here we go. Good past. Hopefully with a good story. It's just a normal stream. I'm not doing anything special for 200. I didn't plan on doing anything special for 200. I wasn't even planning on being live tonight, but I figured I think I've only gone live a couple times this month, so
112 in ambulance traffic.
I should probably make my way out.
Supervisor, response to the front end.
79, we have you on the radio.
Southwest Supervisor, respond to the front desk for 3090. Cabin 102, wearing a black blouse, yellow pants, gray sandals. Really on a gray Nissan Altima through the plate. Patricia for incident 6112 and RD 885. 1510 and a half west line, participant 217 identified. 4 batteries in Victor, now 641 North Normandy, 641 North Normandy, apartment number 9. Suspect is a mother, a female Hispanic, 44 years, blonde hair, light blue shirt, jeans, shorts. Assaulted PR and other children inside the location. PR is now locked in the bedroom. Suspect can be heard banging on the door. Suspect is 390. Incident 627 already 2005. 47. I put their crossed out on Wilshire and Olympic. This is the closest unit to us. Belmont, Osmo, and a BMW paper plate 6849, code 6, 1485 Gateway.
Contact the PR and request to meet at a better location. Undisputed 82nd and Broadway. Suspect is a male black, 18 and 18 years, wearing dark clothing. Household victim, female black, red hair, unknown color shirt, wearing red shorts. 137627 490 1268.
Normandy, San Marino to 641 North Normandy.
Hello, for HD. Bringing the traffic hazard shelter, and now fire guards, chief of all lanes of traffic, passing traffic hazard, code 76279 RD 2125. For the trespass suspect, 301 North Vermont Avenue. Switch to incident 6247 RD 221.
Barnett, any good stories? I got a decent story the other day. I was able to make something out of nothing. Like I said, man, just because you missed something doesn't mean the story didn't happen. It was a safe surrender baby, and I didn't know where it was. I just knew it was at a fire station, and I knew the general area, so I went looking at fire stations, and I passed it the second time, and then found out where it was, made my way back. I did miss the transport, but I was able to make something out of it. I interviewed the battalion chief and took B-roll of the area and got a bunch of hits on that.
Expiration June 20th, 2020.
What's up with the fires? Things burn, Lisa. Things burn. How are my competitors doing? Are they relevant? In this business, competition will always be relevant.
Code 30, code 259, identify.
Richard, I am in Los Angeles, near USC to be more specific. Or as idiots say, more Pacific. But yeah, I'm in South LA. And I'll be live with you guys till at least 11-ish.
Roger, I'll call right now.
We'll see.
Five, man.
David 378.
For structure defense, they can work in front of the wagon mount, headed back on that.
78.
So a fire just broke out in the North Valley. If you're anywhere near the 210 and Yarnell, you might be evacuated soon. So fire just broke out within the past 10 minutes over in the North San Fernando Valley. I got a guy there. He's a great photographer. He's been taking stills for a while, just kind of got into video, and he's new into the news industry, so I got to kind of teach him on what to shoot, what not to shoot. Right now, he needs to get evacuations. He needs to get homes that are threatened. Don't worry about getting the big flames. flames. All the helicopters are out right now, so they're getting the big flames. But a major, sounds like a major brush is starting to happen over in the North Valley. Now, in Calamasa, over, I think Riverside County, earlier today, there was a big fire up near Ritchie Canyon. Who I don't see on here is 289. I'm curious if 289 is actually going to go cover the fire right now, or if he's at work and he has to watch me.
2839 Roger.
And in Anarchy, thank you, but there's really nothing to like.
Battery suspected now, Vermont and Beverly at the 76 gas station. Incident 6253 RD 2015.
SV6, Red 5, SV6. Check the board real quick. Check the board.
Incident 6305
Copy. On the treatment, like cover, and I can already see like flames that are very big. So, like 5 minutes away.
Roger, there's going to be 7.
Copy. And it's okay to get point of view shots. Like you can record as you're pulling up, you know, through your windshield and stuff like that. Also, check the board periodically. I'm going to leave you notes. I'm leaving you another one right now.
From the suspect. He's still on the platform level. He has the axe and he's placed it inside his pants. Also, it's 12 to 15 people gathered inside the platform level. Train number 217 did not stop. Continued on.
So if you guys are in the Los Angeles area, or even if you're not in the Los Angeles area, you can still go to their online, but it's just a matter, it's just a matter of time before the news helicopters are over this fire. A lot of them were way out east at the other fire, but they also know that they have news out here that they need to cover. So I'm not watching TV, but right now I know that who has news? 5, 9, and 11 have news, so one of them most likely is going to be over this thing soon. And then at your 10, no, I lied, it's 9 o'clock. Only Channel 9 has news right now, right? Right. So at 10 o'clock, everybody else should be over. And 11 o'clock, everybody. It depends on how big this is. The thing about it is they got 40-mile-an-hour winds right now. 40-mile-an-hour winds with a fire, no bueno. No bueno. Gilbert, affirmative. Yes. And here is the front of it. It's going well, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, TX. Thank you very much. I've been going now for about a year, guys. It's been about a year. I've been live streaming for about a year. And 200's not bad. So, I mean, it's obviously I'm averaging more than every other. I'm averaging at least half the year, over half the year. Hey, Scott Love shot in the dark. Are we going to get a season 2? Hey, everybody drink. Everybody drink. You remember when I only had like a couple thousand? Oh, Anon, that was like 2013, 2014. This page has had 3 blow-ups. 1, Michael Hastings. 2, the show. 3, the live streams. Between those 3 things, my subscriptions have moved up. And my analytics tell me to continue live streaming. No beer or booze for you, or no beer or booze for me. Because you don't have to have beer or booze to drink. You can play the drinking game with a bang.
Incident 6312 or EDD 710 for additional.
Floor 7 in Western. 28, 2100.
And if we, let's see, is it Stu?
Units are going to be in
Stu will be the one overhead.
and Olympic, and then responded back. No, I didn't. I'm shooting. 102 in Avalon, 102 in Avalon, code transit at 6325, already 1824. And I'm sorry, unknown and extra motor home, 605, unknown members, code transit at 6326, already 17.
What up, Tony Pepperoni? What's on my knuckles? John, tattoo. Tattoos on my knuckles. Or tattoos, I guess, depending on what knuckles you're looking at. Right on, Ghost. John D. Have you not seen the show? The show shows it. When I first got them, I used to love posing for the pictures. Now, posing for the picture like this is kind of...
Except for Catalina. Suspect hit passerby with a plastic bottle.
You're new to this. Oh. How long it take? It only took me 16 minutes before I said the N-word. John D, do you have Netflix?
You have enough in mind.
And John D, what is it you think I'm doing right now?
Black t-shirt, black pants.
You do have Netflix. Yay! John, I'm a member of the news. Uh-oh. That's me. I'm Red 5. Go.
My radio on me to communicate, so.
Copy. Can we communicate through your phone? And keep the radio in the car?
Yeah, I can do that too.
Yeah, that way you don't lose the radio and you don't have to take two things. So we'll communicate through text privately, you and I. John, all right, I'm a newsman. See, it says News Life right here. Go to Netflix, check out a show called Shot in the Dark. Shot in the Dark. Yes, John, I do have a show on Netflix. 8 episodes. It'll show you what it is I do better than I can tell you. But what I can tell you is I film news. Mostly the bad stuff you see on TV in the mornings. How much does Netflix pay? What do you mean? They pay billions. They pay millions a year in shows. We need more episodes, right? Scott stickers? What kind of Scott stickers? What kind of Scott stickers are you talking about? Or you want stickers of me? Or are you asking Scott if he has stickers? Am I going to that brush fire in San Bernardino? Well, Mark. What if I said I'm already there? Gotta remember, we're a team of 20. So...
Void advising that at 2:45 occurred approximately 50 minutes ago from 208 in Alberta, the city of Lakewood. There's going to be one suspect last seen southbound on Alberta. Dark colored van, NSD.
Our new guy Danny shot that, and he got NBC Network. So Danny already got his first network hit. And we have other footage too. But yeah, we're there.
Weapon used is going to be a semi-automatic firearm. NFD. No questions for 132 boys. Going to drop that.
Alan. That's cool. A few people have done that, where they're familiar with who we are on YouTube, then they saw the show and they put 2 and 2 together and they're like, whoa! And it's because of the show is why I'm live streaming. It was the right time. Vero, I do have LOUDLABS stickers. Not many left though, but I do have some. I need to get some new ones made. When you say a team of 20, does that mean you run the company? Yeah, but I don't like the CEO. I don't like the I don't like that title. I'm just the boss. When you say CEO, that sounds like sounds like there should be some degrees attached to that. What up, Mike?
Metro 891 attended to that rest effort. Rescue 44, continue to emergency.
Doc.
163849 Summermont Street, Pasek, male, black, 5'7", age 57 years, black hat, button-up shirt, dark blue jeans, black shoes, armed with unknown type handgun.
Right, John? It does, huh?
You get AW suspect down now 25th between Hill and Broadway. Don't take that alarm with the knife. Incident 6362 already 1320.
Mr. E.T., why do you ask? Ha! That's funny, Ghost. I know who that is. He's not a fan. He's not a fan.
Your radio's 10-1, your ETA?
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much. Oh, Eric. No locations, Eric. It's a good way to get blocked. And you have to use your burner account. Or actually, hold on a second. Hold on.
13450 Bradley Avenue. Rescue 87.
This is your burner account.
You want to wait, you can discontinue it. You want to wait, you can.
Vero, it's very possible. It's very possible. Send me your mailing address, scott@loudlabs.com. Scott at LOUDLABS just curious how your bro how your industry works.com. Scott at LOUDLABS.com. Just curious, bro, how your industry works. Mr. E.T., I send them footage and they air it. I invoice. Can I ask how are Zach doing? You can ask. I don't know, Gilbert. I don't hang out with them.
South 10th Avenue.
I don't talk to them. I can say this. Howard and his company are doing well. Zach doesn't have a company anymore, and he's probably living off his daddy's money. That's my thought. Who knows? Maybe he went and sold his silver spoon. I don't know.
That's 761. Will you check the Beverly Hills and see if they've got a run? We're trying two addresses on the pier, and 320 is on the Engine 261, if you find nothing, we have nothing further. We also contacted we'll check if it was in their district. If you don't have that address,
Station last port is 6164.
Stage for Sheriff and Route 5922 Los Rios Road, Building 42, Unit 567, Mount Calabasas Drive.
Roger Metro, Engine 261, how the index is canceled. Rescue 41, you're canceled. Currently 10-10 from a vehicle, 10-6 on a separate priority. I'll take all papers for that you can put up for this case.
1827 East 67th Street, this May.
And Mr. Wade, where are you from? Because that's obviously your opinion, and you're talking about a very small part of it. If you talk about the whole state in general, it's probably one of the most beautiful places in the world. But that's cool.
The silver flag is going to be Silver Oak Drive above it to the north. That's the main 60 go. Big B.
John D. John D, are you here? I don't want to answer your question if you're not back. All right, John, to answer your question, I don't have a specific time. That's what's really cool about this job. I come on live anytime, mostly at night. I'll say 90%, 95% of my streams are going to be at night. I rarely come out during the day, but I do come out during the day. And it could be anytime, man. It could be at 2 o'clock in the morning, LA time. It could be 9:42 at night at LA time.
Off of Nicholas Drive. That whole area with Nicholas Drive off of Balboa. You open up there?
So we got some good footage on the fire that just broke out in the North Valley. Keith is about to feed his footage now. Got a house on fire. It's another thing too. If you're new to this stream, you got to understand, man, I turn my feelings off when I talk about this stuff. So the fact that I just got excited about a house on fire, that's not what I'm excited about. I'm excited that my photographer got footage that he could sell. It just so happens to be, it's a house on fire. So please understand that. Please understand that I don't wish for bad things to happen, but they happen and I capitalize on it. Just like the TV show. We just had a meeting the other day, and out of the 21 people, we didn't invite any of the other markets, just the LA guys. And out of that 20 guys, I think 13 of us showed up, and only 3 of us that were at that meeting, including myself, were pre-show. Everybody else is post-show. So I definitely capitalized on the show. And the streaming right now is me still capitalizing on the show. Pamela, no, it's not news unless it's multiple victims, like a bad batch went around or something, or multiple victims at a party, or a celebrity. But besides that, no, it's not really news. Richard, I don't know what you're talking about. High maintenance, that's good to hear. You just have a scanner. Oh, I have a scanner. That's good. Froze up again. Is it? Oh, no, it's not.
Priority traffic.
Gilbert, no. Doesn't make it. It's hard to explain, but I mean, yeah, it's harder because I have kids now, and it's harder. But at the same time, I'm like I said, man, I turn it off. So obviously, I have feelings, but I just do my job and kind of just do my job. If I think about all my victims or all my subjects that are victims, my brain will explode.
Structures are impinged upon and will be involved here shortly. Roger, Saddle Street Court is the instruction defense group 1.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. So We should be back. Everybody there? Thumbs up. We good? Sweet. What up, Ruthless? How you doing? How you doing?
Fleet 158, 18, unknown type fire, 21 district, Kingsdale Avenue, Artesia Boulevard. See your text reported smoke next to the parking.
Santiago, it is fair to say you will be waiting for a bit. What up, Edison? Or Edson? What up, Edson? What up, Nick?
Engineer from station manager, I copy your staging manager.
Thank you, Nick.
Make a left at the signal.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Hey, any Sacramento stringers on here? Any Sacramento photographers on here? Anyone? Jeff, no, I am not, but I am. We just got a house burning at that fire, and he is feeding it right now. Nick, which one? Where you at, Nick? You're in Sacramento, or you're a Sacramento stringer? Which is it? Energizer, she's doing good. She has a swim meet this weekend. Super excited for her. Street life, I would love to. You just didn't say please. Twice now. Didn't your parents teach you manners? John. It is, but you're not going to be able to hear anything digital. That is only analog. Hello, Anna and Allison. How are you? Hi, Anna. Hi, Allison. Hi, Maintenance Queen. I saw that very well. That's cool. Have I gotten a call yet? Tonight, Nick? No, I haven't.
41 at yourself and Interstate 1, again conscious.
Jeff, I'm not going to go up there. I got a guy up there. I don't like two stringers at the same story unless it's the end of a pursuit. There's zero reason why we should have two people at the same story unless it's the end of a pursuit. If we do have two people at the same thing, there was some miscommunication. Oh, you saw the standoff live? Or you just saw the recording? It was a tense situation. What time is it? Is Channel 2 overhead yet? Is Stu overhead yet? Yeah, he is. So yeah, if you guys go to CBSLA.com or just go to Los Angeles CBS, go to their CBS 2 KCAL 9. If you go to their website, you can see the fire.
We're going to relocate 41 down near the command post, Yarnell, south over the Boulevard. Check, KMA.
I-11, Roger. Metro clear. On your suspect are now 3933 Midland Drive. Suspects are now in the
What's the name of the fire? Do we know what it's called yet?
Up on her edge, our clothing number 2, mail and no store. One FP35, big one FP35. I'm ready to watch commander.
Nick, yeah, it gets a little boring, but it's my job, so I gotta listen. What up, JPI?
One, and they're to go to Saddle Ridge Road, and their access is off of Foothill and Silver.
Saddle Ridge? Is that what they're calling it?
One on D5 20 Agent 71, Battalion 9, Battalion 18, discharge fire, 1643 South Camden Avenue, cross of West Massachusetts Avenue is the Channel 9 response, TAC 15, TAC 15.
Mad luck. He's a part-time firefighter, and this is brush season, so that's what he's doing. He's doing that. So if you've been watching the LA news, they've been scare tacting us into this story right now, and it's actually happening, so that's good. So if this fire continues overnight, this will be the story, the top story in the morning. So I got to be careful on what you shoot or what we shoot here, because now there's 2 major brush fires going. Patty, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Line 3, 1401, Chavez Avenue. 39, go ahead. Metro from 5488, 91 District, not 88.
FM Squad 173, Light Force 170, Battalion 20, Shadow Pushing Persons Traffic, Madison Avenue, Manchester Boulevard.
Patty, yes. Yeah, it's still going. It's 10% contained, from what I understand. The Calamasa fire is about 10% contained. So there's a fire. That's what you're smelling. Hey, who's the one that said they're smelling fires? MK, that's because there's a fire at Camden and Santa Monica. There's a there is a confirmed vacant building on fire. So that's what you're smelling.
Stop. We got a fire. It's at the top of the staircase right here. Looks like it might be rubbing.
John D. The older brother of the scanner you mentioned. I believe it's going to be the 996. I think it's the Uniden 996.
Engine 20, change your move up to fire station 90. Engine 20, fire station 90. We'll be doing Camden IC. Command post is relocated just north of the incident on Camden. Battalion 9, Light Force 92, block C. Yeah, Light Force 92, stand by. You're going south on Yardell to Foothills. And use all way. Metro from White Force 88, we're clear of this incident. Where would you like us? Agent 590, minus 647.
Ruthless, I'm guessing he's watching it on the live streams. So check out CBS, NBC, Fox. I'm guessing somebody has it.
We got one room partially involved. We're getting knocked out of the water gun. We need a hose light back here now. 492, come on out. I'm going to give you We'll give you Division A for right now. Let me know if I need to rename you to Division 1 or Division 2. But right now you're going to be Division A. You're going to have a engine 59 with you. Roger, light portion that has Division A. All of it 59 with me. 59 from engine 19. We're coming from the west. How can we help you?
From 100, we're at the water filtration plant.
Engine 19, come on in. Take a look around this thing. Let me know if I have any issues on the back side of this thing, any exposures. If we're going to need anything back there.
Yeah, so on when something like this happens, this will be basically the only news on TV between now and the time they go off the air at 12:30. Sorry, 11:30. It has to be a big story to make the morning news. Yeah. Like right now, there's a possible person's trapped crash. Unless that person's dead, and that might not even make the news in the morning. It all depends. So right now, I'm kind of just playing stringer quarterback. It has to be a big story for me to go to. And I'm in charge of some kids tomorrow, so I will be heading in early. That's why I'm out early, and that's why I'm streaming early. John D, this isn't the place for to buy scanners, and the best place to buy scanners will be eBay. Go to eBay, yo. No, I'm not near the fires. I'm in South LA. The fires are way east and north of me. You saw my social blade and it says you make zero money in ad revenue. Is that true? Mad luck. No, it's not true. And you saw my social blade. I don't know what a social blade is. But I'm guessing it didn't just show up. You had to go look for it. So, no, Nosy Nelly, it's not true.
Light Force 92, are you in a position where you can transition to the roof?
Yes, Patty, that is very true. John, you could get a police scanner app, and that might work for you.
Sample.
2 and 9, 9, Could you give me the everyone coming in, I'm going to have to report to Light Force 37. See if they can see your friend. Just let me put you on the first or second floor. Just let me know where you're going to be at. 71, report to 37. Light Force 37, you copy? You're getting into 71.
647 and RD395. Constituted vandal identified. What's the CDL number?
Ruthless, every once in a while I see him. Oh, well, Mad Luck, obviously they're lying to you. Nosy Nelly. I wouldn't be wasting my time losing hits if this wasn't lucrative. It is lucrative. Now, it's nowhere near lucrative as real YouTubers, but I have figured out a way to make some decent money live streaming. It's not just the live streaming either. It's the videos that we post. But the live videos is definitely what keeps the channel moving. Thank you, John. You want to buy one? You can buy one. There you go.
Take off your heavy smoke. Do you have a good amount of heat in there as well? Or is it cold? Alright. You got plenty of resources up there to help you search for that fire. Let's make sure all resources and hold off on putting any lines in any windows. We have resources in there doing a search. Confirming second floor, ground clear, heavy smoke, heavy cold smoke. In the floor space, in between the first and second floor. Yeah, truck 37, truck 92, do you want it to open yourself right now? Roger. Order 10.
So in just a few minutes, I'll show you the footage of the house burning at the, we're gonna call it Yarnell Fire for right now. I'm pretty sure that will change, but we're gonna call it Yarnell Fire. Mr. Cool, yeah, as a matter of fact, I watched it tonight before I went to work. We were watching it yesterday, and the baby got a little cranky, so we stopped watching it, and we paused it. Right now, Dade is really into it, and then the wife and I, so it's something that we all watch together, which is really cool. Street Jesus, I don't know, Joe. Yo.
Sherman Way at the CVS on the side of the parking lot. 4 suspects, male Hispanic juvenile wearing white shirt and beige jacket. Code Stevenson 6512 or 1015.
Can we verify if he's on scene and westbound 210 off the freeway?
Ruthless. So my thought is, I call them loophole media. They found a loophole. One, they're absolutely rude, and they because they're loophole media, they make other media look bad. But if you know the difference between a First Amendment auditor and a stringer, they make stringers look good. And it used to be that the way that police think about auditors is how they used to think about stringers. And now the way people think about auditors is completely different than the way they think about stringers. They like us now. They get us. They understand us. Auditors are people who like to push buttons, instigators who play victims. They're out there only to get a reaction from you. They say they're out there to learn the public, to learn the sheriffs and cops, to teach them that we're allowed to film things, or to teach them what can and cannot be filmed. I think sheriffs have other things to do besides learn that. And then when the sheriff comes there and the auditor yells at him like, "Why are you wasting time? You go away." It's like somebody called and the sheriff's doing their job, and you're yelling at them for doing their job. And also, they audit people because they want to show transparency. But if you ask an auditor what he's doing there, he'll lie and tell you it's a documentary, or I'm doing a segment, or they're not transparent. So that's kind of weird. Auditors are filming you, or filming the authorities to keep transparency, but yet they're not transparent. I'm not a fan. I've yet to run into one except for Mr. Zebra, and Mr. Zebra is more of a cop watch than auditing, and he's been doing it a lot longer than all these other guys, and he doesn't get nasty like the other guys. Zebra's actually just kind of showing you what happens. He's not out there instigating, where some of these guys are out there instigating, and I've learned some things from them. Don't get me wrong, I've learned some things, but I actually joke around with police officers. When they're rude to me, I was like, "Hey man, don't make me First Amendment audit you right now," and they'll start laughing. But yeah, man, they're just loophole media is what they are. John D, I was researched for the role. Mr. Cool, no, he doesn't sing. Yeah, Jesus, I still have the charger. Any breaking news tonight? Absolutely. Yeah, Lewis, I'm about to show you some footage on it. What do I think of Patty Mayo? Fake. No, he's a person. Patty's real. He exists. But all his bounty hunting and policing, yeah, absolutely, that's fake. But like I say, it's fake, but don't think I'm hating one bit, man. I respect Patty for the hustle. The guy is self-made, and he makes a lot of money on YouTube doing what he wants to do and has fun doing it. So he, you know, if you look at it like that, he's doing great. He's doing great. It's all entertainment. Absolutely it is. It's not fake news. It's entertainment.
1032, 1032.
8036, 8036, are you clear? 6 negative, still waiting for DOT. Please show us en route to the fire CP and mission. No fire department emergency contact was said. Further. 8077,
Ah, Patty, gotcha. I was like, what are you talking about? You talking about Patty and Zach? Because they are cute together.
Fifteen, 12, 8, 15. Hello, domestic. Attention all areas of the tactical alert broadcast due to a major incident in Smithfield Mission Devonshire Division. The city is on tactical alert status. Citywide TAC 2 channel 44 is restricted for this occurrence.
Defense Group 3, stage out on Silver Oaks for now. Agent 77 copy, 41.
4164 118 West Lake over.
21-843, I'm going to be in that traffic first. Adequate, just west of Cologne. Metro Light 463, are we getting an ambulance?
1064 West 73 Street.
John D. Watch the show. All of your questions will be answered.
440 203.
Hey, Denise, how are you?
This is a tactical alert broadcast due to a major incident in Mission Cleveland.
Right, Ruthless?
The city is on tactical alert status. Citywide TAC 2 channel 44 is restricted for this occurrence.
Battalion 705 from Metro.
Mission Division of the city.
Metro Light 463, did you have them upgrade to emergency? 867.
Street Jesus.
What
do I have here?
Continue through emergency.
Go for next one.
Roger, emergency.
57,576.
6550,
31.522, 31.522.
3667 West Valley Boulevard, unit 188, across Temple Avenue.
Metro from Command 43, can you show me the scene of the brush? I don't need the complex.
Yeah, no, I figured out who you were talking about.
One more engine company from Structure Defense Group 3, come in the back.
Traffic control, Manchester,
Provident Avenue.
Uh-oh.
Cross of Tracy.
141, through code 4, that's from my footer, state 9, 118 West Boulevard. Big here, okay, why you can cancel?
Code 4, 4118 West Boulevard.
1963, North Coanga Boulevard. Stand by for top left. Show code 416. Vernal, white SUV facing northbound Denver, which is at 6551 or 1861.
Engine Patrol.
Battle LA.
12733, Boston Highway, unit 25, cross of 127.
23, B-Fire 24. Air
Air to ground, LSD.
Not for me.
Victor,
No calls for me.
119.975.
It's gonna have to be a big call to get me to go to it, to be honest with you. Yes, I can get content for the stream, but remember, I'm a stringer first, streamer second. John D, most stringers do. I do not. It's not my cup of tea, man.
Special overtime 705 on 8. 705 landline, forecast.
Gene Carter, slow night for me, not slow night for the news. There's a major fire going on right now in the North Valley.
Minus 4170 West Avenue 26. No evidence of shots fired.
Am I a fan of JVC? I used to be back in the day. No, I don't go 4K or 8K. I can't. I mean, I can if I wanted to send my footage out tomorrow. Yeah, I've heard from Al. He's good. I think he's in San Diego. When was the last time I went to a call? Last time I was out? A couple days ago. I wasn't. I didn't stream that night, but I went to Safe Surrender.
Subject male, 25 years, wearing a gray shirt, tan shorts, white shoes, carrying a black backpack. Code 2 and 6553, or need to 62.
Vasquez, I've been good, thank you. Thank you very much. Just going one day at a time. And no, that's not sobriety talk.
We had 6 Henry, X-ray Henry 779.
Come on, Keith. Where's your footage?
Henry 17, we're going to need the instead of check on line. Looks like just small white, 6 years, white hair, white shirt, white khaki pants, dark blue backpack.
Who's Bill W?
This is 562 RD 735. On 6th Street.
472,
One 144th place in Yukon, 144th place in Yukon. It was heard only in the corner, with 2 vehicles involved.
I don't know Bill W, so
4610.
I don't know if I am or not.
Near the restroom area in the grass near the swing sent you mail.
Kathy, be a little more specific, please.
No, he's GD for GT.
You Gabe? I don't know what that means. What you talking about, Evergreen? Oh. Do I have anyone covering the fires? Absolutely. I'm trying to show you that footage now. But it hasn't been uploaded. There's a major fire going on in San Fernando Valley right now, and we're in the process of feeding a home burning. He's gonna go back up there and feed for overnight. There's also one going on, and I don't know if it's Riverside or San Bernardino County, but there's one going on way east. And yeah, we're at 2 major, and there's also one in Fontana that we're on our way to. So there's 3 of them going on right now.
Response 13-842 will handle. And it's
83, medical alarm, 5424, Newcastle.
MX80, follow up en route to 77 station.
Yeah. Sorry, Evergreen. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, Catherine. I don't know what you're talking about.
6560, on her comments.
Sorry, Street Jesus. I don't know what you're talking about. See, neither does Denise. Yeah, John. I turned it off after the Grand Slam.
15537 North Office.
Turned it off after the Grand Slam.
Okay, sure, blue pants, go 20657 already 1008.
From 100, we're going to wrap around the property. There's another hydrant towards the exit.
1 in Tino Avenue.
Kathy, it's not cool. It's boring. I just saw on the news that Silmar homes are being threatened by a fire as we speak. Well, Hangnail? No, they're not being threatened. They're on fire. I'm about to show you video.
Battery suspect, 714 West 32nd Street, code 2 instead of 6565.
I don't know if I've got a good crash lately. When was the last time I had a decent crash? Was it the Figueroa Fatal? That was a while ago. I don't know. What happened to Zach? I don't know. Is that Channel 9 your video? Lewis, does it have a logo? Then it's my company's. It's not mine. I haven't shot any fires. So, Lewis, are you no logo? Then no, it's not mine. Is it from the helicopter? Remember, we have a logo, and we don't have a helicopter. So I'm guessing that's the only thing you're watching on Channel 9 is the helicopter.
Alarm 1929 South Figueroa Street.
The request, Axle 22,
Your dad could have worked for me in OC? You don't know that.
Black, radio, Jesus,
Central Battalion 14, we are on
Lewis, they can't remove it.
LAPD, known as Bradley. This incident is in the footprint of the Saddle Ridge brush fire incident. Command 42 has been notified and is aware. I will contact
for MX 106 and 108 traffic stop taken at Whittier. 1849, 1849, also star 845 East 111, place code 27655.
See you later, Ruthless.
What's driving the residence? Is it at 6582?
43.
No?
45's EQ to the station.
3 Coast 6 Charles, I'm going to verify your location.
And more in Beverly.
Squad 33, respond to 1033, difficulty breathing, 657 West Avenue, J12, crossing
8 John, Tom Lincoln 306. This information is in at 6586, 302185.
1642 Avenue.
656 en route.
4956. What's West Lewis?
357 6329. 94195, 94195. Response to the CT Mission Division posting Glen Oaks for the fire. Incident 6844. 6344.
Roger on the fire response. 49 is still requesting one additional unit, 49 1642 Avenue.
1941, 985, and 1941. Push to citywide TAC 2, channel 44. Citywide TAC 2, channel 44, channel position A for incident 5344.
We can respond to the additional unit.
21 X 72, have you arrived?
Thank you.
Roger.
3 on back alarm 15031.
Joannie. 8 or 9, depends on how you look at it.
6574.
We're going to go ahead and knock this down with the black battery. Yeah, that's real good. And then we're going to have to advance the line down here. We got a big pile of stuff burning next to the building. You know, that's at some point.
1767, 1767, 10.
77 got a hand line. It's laser bus to that.
How do you arrive?
7 was not your message asking if you send it or computer
Oh, after some of it, back here.
7221 XL 72, have you arrived?
Do the other message.
responding to the degree.
26464.
60 unconscious, 1932 North Dawson Avenue, across 19th Street.
21A43, 21A43, are you clear?
Metro from Battalion 5, put rescue 27 on still alarm, 40-year-old female, chest pain, here at fire station 27. That's a rescue.
21A43, are you clear?
Okay. We got you. Okay, raise minutes on the 1-2 corner.
10-867, 10-867, are you clear? Yes, information only on a possible 459 suspect.
That's her house on fire.
Rio Avenue, large brick building,
Sucks.
vacant and under construction. Something else on 5155, black baseball cap, black shirt, dark pants. Empty wall grind, female white, brown hair, 5354, 151, a white sweatshirt, dark pants. This is squeeze through the wrought iron bars to location and walk the length of the building, tugging on the gate, attempting to make entry. VR no longer has a visual suspect, possible GOA. It's information only into 659 83563.
877 unit code 30 finger 3519 West 59th Street, and resident. Hail on premises without code word. Code 2 76602. Party 1232. Flight 7 on scene of incident 1734.
Sorry, Pussy, on your right.
Alarm. He's trying to call back. He's got a bad address. Probably just avoid my current call. Can you show me? Please. 11 Roger.
You need to be in progress, Boston and Western. Roger.
Must have been windy out there.
Please don't extend 20 copies from 173 to Boston and Western.
Must have been
Roger.
windy out there because his footage was shaky.
47 Santa Ana Street, cross of Atlantic Avenue.
To the
47 unconscious, 3540 Martha King Jr. Boulevard, cross of Brenton Avenue. Engine 97 wires down, Decker, K0, Pacific West Tower.
Valley Communication, PR was reporting that he works for a company at Inline Distribution 14093 Balboa. He says the trucks are on fire at that location. He saw a police car next to the storage facility that is right at that location. There is a large fuel tank that is also at that location. He's warning everyone so that they can be careful with the fire being right next to it. Do a roll call, see if there's 6 and get out of the area.
Excuse me.
Kind of a bunch of trees up in there.
821 Keisha's code 6. Comic 72, did you repair?
Engine 81, you copy?
Thank you, Andrew.
Try that approach.
Maryland, hang up in Morse area. 8633 California Avenue, cross the library place.
What's up? Yeah. Right on, man.
Near the front of the location, up with the narcotics.
Oh, I got noticed.
There might be one or two between you and Olive.
Yes, sir. It's funny.
Had problems with those subjects in the past.
I got recognized. But I always said, if I get recognized at work, it doesn't count. I'm supposed to be recognized at work. If I'm at a restaurant or the grocery store and I get recognized, then you know things got big. And that did happen a little bit at the beginning, but not so much anymore.
Was last seen walking in the alley when she was called.
35, testing 1710, 70J4, unit N, 20th Street.
Sector light 410, false burglar alarm.
Bradford 10, Rod.
Anaheim and Alameda 1C602 Avenue.
Yes, John, he is. He is.
The water sign for Bruce Langer's on the heart. 2 holding 1 out.
On the follow-up,
31 to 43, 710 East Rosecrans Avenue, unit 203, cross of Santa Avenue.
follow-up to 2010 North February to OPG Tip.
875
Fire to Task Force 90, give a sign to the brush fire, westbound 210 Freeway, Yarnell, Channel 5,
Metro from Task Force 37, you can have the TAC back, Loretta 1.
Roger.
Roger, let us go.
25-23, she conscious and breathing.
Into 117, squad 130, unconscious, 274-77, Street. Village to Redondo on tax.
Metro Fire from engine 83, we're going to need an ALS rescue for testing.
3333 West 2nd Street, number 56. One, respond code 3 to the CP Emission Division, Cocaine, Glen Oaks, for the fires. Incident 6597, switch to citywide taxi, channel 44.
3, Roger.
Yeah, SV6, Red 5, SV6.
Right before I dispatched the officer, he was still 97. We dispatched one.
SV6, Red 5, SV6.
One, respond code 3 to the CP Emission Division, for the fire, Cocaine, Glen Oaks, incident 6597.
Hey, when you have a second, check the board.
Switch to citywide tax 2, channel 44. 27 towards the 27 anyway, it'll be in progress walking on Western. PRs saw 2 videos online. One of the videos shows the victim tied up. And the other video shows the victim held at gunpoint at walking on Western. The victim does suffer from mental illnesses, but it's not does not know the suspect. The suspects was like possible gang members. One male black.
11 fall. 165 northwestbound.
With a tattoo on his forehead. There is a phone number on the post.
57 traps in a section of Manchester and Cameron.
At this time. On the line with the PR. Additional incident 6600.
Metro Rescue 57, come available on our first gen. In place of engine 57.
One Mary, code 4.
Okay, Northeast 14 group, creation
57, press around. Engine 57, you're canceled.
bags drinking, and they've been shooting an arrow. Position 662 toward 1144.
For roll call.
183 wires down, 2290 North San Antonio Avenue, across the Baker
What up, Dennis?
And information on them.
$43.
And it's 510 Falls, coming up
Roger.
with the family, 13511, Stormbloom, boyfriend versus girlfriend, 2
19 for Jacob.
The units of commercial only racing vehicles west like in Alvarado, between Alvarado or 10 seconds racing around location, known to go towards Wilshire. Information 66240-291. One is requesting an additional unit to Avenue 26 in Humboldt, preferably a female officer. Down Central, towards La Brea. Suspect was driving at a high rate of speed, doing donuts, and driving on the wrong side of the street. Information only incident 6625 or 632.
662
Indicated moment, give us information only. Custody ringer was exposed at Falls 3424 East Olympic Boulevard at Grover Product. Incident 6630.
Incident 6626.
Traffic on Manchester Minute.
399, incident 5572.
Roger.
Darnell, and put him over to relieve us from traffic control.
I'll see where you're going to right now. 1986 coming.
Assigned to the CP location. If you make that request for the CP at Citywide Tac 2.
Patty, I have not.
092.
I have not.
On social media approximately 2 hours ago. Pierre has no further on which house or description of the house. Fire incident 6597 in Citywide Tac 2, channel 44.
33 Roger from Worcester and Western.
Last unit, feature ID.
6647, we're going to respond. Name is Rush 51, Marsh Park.
93.
1909, come in.
Engine 93. Go ahead.
162 area, 13511,
Unhappy
South Farnham Avenue, across the
134th Street. Unhappy with the outcome of your current call. He said he was getting another call possibly from the police at this next line.
Steph, it doesn't say drink alcohol, it just says drink.
Company, it looks like we may
Do you drink other things like water or Gatorade?
False alarm, you can discontinue.
Shut off apple juice works then. Yeah, see? Nobody said drink alcohol.
He's harassing the people that he's calling.
The subject from the O'Reilly, 13511 Cornblue, 13511 Cornblue.
143 is pushed to citywide attack
242 involved. Email that possibly ran off on foot, a no DOT, mailed to the calendar.
Kathy, nobody asked you to. Or told you to.
Nora Union Edward 202, Nora Union Edward 202. Suspect male is standing great big.
Oh, John.
No further description. Code 2 incident 663.
Did your parents teach you manners?
He was on the roof.
483, 486, 483, and 486. Response.
Shame on you, John. Tell your wife that she needs to learn you some manners. I don't know your wife's name. Oh, wait, I do. It's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, teach John some manners. Tell him please and thank you go a long ways.
77 Norton Avenue, parking lot. Code 2 incident 6639 or 759.
Engine arrest 41, 855, North Fairfax.
Are you clear?
Castle Place and Sunset Boulevard. Minute 49. Can you toast down Sunset 46?
22 to the
East 52nd Street. Engine 41, press route. Rescue 41 to the 685. Correction 855, North Fairfax Avenue.
632, 633, cancel, 6597.
Steph C, I'm in South LA.
52.
I'm in South Los Angeles.
John Cody calls me to respond to the CT if need be.
97, switch to citywide tax 2, channel 44. 6 shot.
I'm going to post 2 guys out and walk around. So be 2 guys in the
47, difficulty bringing in 485 Millard Avenue,
Battery suspect 1171.5 Norton Avenue. The 3101 now is for the description of focus on his application of weapons bodily force. Code 2 is 7643 RD7 Port 59.
1985, 1585.
From Group 1935 to
44 suspects there now, 417 West 52nd Street, male black, blue jeans, black top. Monitor comments for additional, it's code 2, incident 6647 and already 1209.
Calling code 3 for 8
No, those sirens aren't near me. That's radio bleed.
241.
329 has now 129, squad 84, 91, hang up 135,
3901 Cadoga Avenue. Code 38, incident 6648, party 2104.
Unit carried the 2118 West 57th Street, 2118 West 57th Street. Car stated she was shot and disconnected. Plus 3 into 6649 IDs, all
329 has now 129, cancer responsive, 329 has now 129.
Boulevard Apartment 21, 610, Brothers, no Hispanics, middle 8, 3390. Code 2 incident 6651, 1241.
510, baseball cap, gray shirt, blue shorts.
1411, 1411, cancel from.
2118, 157. Be advised that peers are calling all night with multiple unknown ways to be heard. Information only is 658 or 635. 665, 636, 47.
It's 129, spot 84, stroke 135, area 43432, Bale Court, Cross up Avenue, K2.
157, Union, Ida, Robert, 640.
Down 5.
29 years old.
Squad 54, Chesapeake, 107, join South Atlantic Avenue, Cross Avenue.
At the exit. If you look a light blue, they're going to console for cell. Not 65.
So it's a 6664 RD3.
No calls.
The restoration 24 Central Fountain Avenue.
Suspect 1140 North South Central Avenue. Suspect female black hair 30, black clothes, black dress, talking to the influence, none of the comments, code 206 RD 661.
George 41, this is reflection respond to the CPS information that we're going to accept the ground on California.
All units stay away from 14093 Balboa Boulevard at Inline Distribution Center and RD 1901. Mission Foothill Quick.
White Pack 2, channel 44. City White Pack 2, channel 44, toggle A.
Coming down to transporting medication during family members to the advised search.
Subject to the San planning, holding a victim on the ground. Semi for additional code 30681, 3693.
Responding to emergency police traffic.
1948 was Jefferson and stood for less on the southwest corner of the shopping center. Suspect is a mailbox. 59140, white hood culture, off-white shorts, light gray socks, light gray tennis shoes. Carries restraining order. It's code 2.
77, 67, 61, 60, 77, 67, 61, the staging area is home just north of Buenos, just north of Power Station 91.
48, 48, 48, code 3 incident 6677.
Aviation operator, the
1244 North Laramie, across Sunset Boulevard. 166, squad 167, Chesapeake, 42 area, Back Boulevard, Temple City Boulevard.
anything else, Manic?
28, 58, 180, black shirt, blue bottoms.
And he's a Sanford gangster.
254, I'll take this 7914 Walker Avenue, across Cudahy Drive.
Okay, 146 in the area of 7631 Low Canyon, semi.
863, have you arrived? 7665 Penn Avenue, code 2 and then 6688, RD 1684.
The units responding to the CP folks and finals. The CP is going to be approaching the staging area. It's just north of Fire Station 91. All Malibu units responding to the CP and finals simple. The staging area is just north of Fire Station 91 at the same location.
You're going 55 miles an hour. You're not flying anywhere.
Apartment complex, you have to dial pound 0129 for entry. You can call us Sonic 38 years, 6190, section 190, wearing a black shirt and black shorts. Those three code 6 Lombardi.
All right. I did say I was going to be live until 11. I lied. I'm going to say goodbye to you now. So I'm about to get real busy, and I don't really want you with me. So I'll talk at you guys later. Thank you for joining. Thank you for whatever it is you need to be thanked for. Okay, bye. Later, losers.